What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Green Lantern Kyle Rayner from DC's Blackest Night. And so here we have the Mcfarlane Kyle Rayner pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's run through his accessories. Kyle does come with two constructs. We do get a construct sword, which does look really nice. And then we do get a construct energy battery, although I do think it's supposed to be his energy battery. He also does come with the main torso of Atrocitus, which we'll have a better look at when he's all put together. And then he does come with a Mcfarlane display stand. Other than that, Kyle doesn't come with any other accessories, so with that out of the way, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Kyle Rayner, and I think Mcfarlane has done a really good job with the head sculpt on Kyle here. It does capture the character very well. Kyle normally has a big grin and smile on his face, and this figure does a really good job of capturing that look. Really do like the hair sculpt, although I don't know if they were trying to go for a younger or a modern Kyle Rayner because of the way his hair is. Modern Kyle Rayner has his hair slicked back more. Classic Kyle Rayner has his hair kind of wavy like that. So I don't know if they were trying to do an amalgamation of both, but at least you can tell it is Kyle Rayner. Now, one thing that does separate Kyle from the other Green Lanterns is his mask. He actually has a larger mask than Hal Jordan, which you can see it takes up a lot of space on his face here, which I always liked Kyle's mask. It was one of my favorite designs. I really do like his hair. Again, it kind of has the featheriness that his classic look does have, but it's also kind of his modern look as well, especially from the back. So I'm not sure they were trying to go for a classic Kyle or having this head support multiple versions of Kyle, which I think that is what they're going to do. But it's still a really nice head sculpt. I do like it. Moving on to the rest of his body here. Absolutely love the simplicity of this costume. I do see them using this for another Kyle Rayner down the road. Now, as far as the color scheme goes, and this is something that a lot of people have been upset about, the green that they use for Kyle, it's like a lime green. And at first I was a little bit upset that it doesn't match the other Green Lanterns that we've gotten, such as John Stewart and Hal Jordan. But looking at the Blackest Night comic books and the Green Lantern Corps issues that were around that time, this is an accurate color scheme for Kyle. He actually did have this lime green color scheme in the Green Lantern Corps comics, especially the tie-ins to Blackest Night, so this is fairly accurate with the lime green. I do like the texturing throughout it. It does make it look like it's a suit rather than just painted on his skin. So really nice details here throughout the suit. I like how uniform it is, with the only difference being paint. Now the paint could be better in some areas. You can see right here, it kind of is a little bit sloppy. But overall, that's probably the only place I can think of that has that little slop. Everywhere else is fairly clean. I do like his gloves right here. They are painted white. And then we have some plastic white for his wrist right here, which you can see a difference in the paint and plastic. And I don't know why they colored his hands in white paint. I'm pretty sure it's just white plastic painted white. On his right hand, he of course does have his Green Lantern power ring, which is accurate. He is part of the Green Lantern Honor Guard, which the Honor Guard ring is more of a lantern insignia rather than a circle with the lantern insignia, so that is absolutely accurate to Kyle here. So again, really nice detail that is accurate. And like I said, he really doesn't have any other notable differences in his costume. It's just this really nice textured jumpsuit that goes all the way down to his legs, which again, it's a very nice texture, and you can see some musculature through it. It's not skin tight, but you can tell he is very toned underneath that. Then we go on to his boots, where they actually did sculpt his boots, which I am happy about, that there is a lip right here that you can obviously see. And it does a really good job of matching the paint, so that's really good. And they did use some of that green plastic right here, so it does match colors very nicely. I do like the fact that it's a very simple costume. Kyle always has a simple costume, and I think this captures it very, very nicely. So very good job on Mcfarlane giving us this Kyle Rayner. Now, of course, I do see them reusing this body at some point, maybe giving us a White Lantern Kyle, but that's to be seen later on. So With his details out of the way, guys, let's actually get Kyle compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Kyle posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Kyle Rayner posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And for one final comparison, here we do have Kyle Rayner posed next to a Lightning Collection White Range and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Kyle's articulation. Now Kyle does support a double ball joint here in the neck, which does let him look up to about that far. He can look down to about that far. I do think he can look down a little bit further, but if I push it, it is going to pop his head off, so do be aware of that. Does get some really nice head tilt there, as well as left and right rotation. He does have your standard ball joint into the torso, so that does pivot forward and back. Not as well as you would expect it, but it is some movement. It does pivot down and up as you need it to. Goes out to the side, no problem. Goes all the way around. We do have a bicep swivel. Double band here at the elbow, one of the better joints that we've seen from Mcfarlane. He does have a hinge in the elbow, or in the wrist, excuse me, going up and down. Then we can rotate that to have in and out, as well as rotates on that pin. He has a ball joint here in the torso, doesn't give him too much forward mobility, but it is something. He does lean back to the side, to the other side, rotates a little bit, but most of your movement is going to be done here at the lower waist. You can see he does have better range going all the way around, and it rotates a little bit better. Legs do kick forward to about right there. They kick back to about right there. Out to the side, no problem. Kyle can do the splits easy peasy. He does have a thigh swivel, which does work up high. We have a double band here at the knee, which does work, but it is a little bit ugly in the front. You can see they didn't really cut it out so that it had a more natural shape, so that's a little bit disappointing. No boot swivel, but we do have a swivel here at his ankle, a hinge that goes forward and back, forward facing pin for rocker ankle, which does allow him to have a true rocker ankle. And then of course we do have a toe hinge, although his toe hinge is very far forward, so that's just something to take note of. And his ankles seem a little bit loose on mine. Yours might not have that issue. I'm gonna have to hit that with some joint tightener, but overall Kyle here is very nice, and I do like the way he came out. So with that being said, guys, let's get Kyle posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Mcfarlane Taurus Kyle Rayner pose for my final thoughts, and overall Mcfarlane has done a really good job with Kyle Rayner. Now, like I said about his color scheme, I was a little bit bummed out that it didn't match the other Green Lanterns, but as I stated, going through the other comic books that Kyle was in during this time of Blackest Night, this is an accurate color scheme. Kyle had more of a lime green hue to him versus all the other Green Lanterns for some reason. I think it was just to differentiate him. Kyle here is a very impressive figure. I do like the simplicity of this, and I can see this Kyle being used for a lot of customs just because of how simple it is and the fact that it has this really nice texture going throughout it. It's a very, very subtle feature, but I do like it, and Kyle here is a very impressive figure. Now, the paint on him is very clean for the most part. I don't see too many issues with the paint, and I do like the fact that a lot of the molded parts are molded in their colors, so they don't have to conflict with the paint. Overall, I think Kyle here is one of the better figures out of this wave, and Kyle here has a couple of accessories that do look nice. I'm not a fan of how they did his power battery in that translucent green. I would have liked a more solid color, but the sword is a really nice touch, and I do like the way it came out. Kyle here is going to run you about $25, which is what you expect to pay for a Mcfarlane Build-A-Figure series, so that's standard. Kyle here will run you about $27.05 after taxes, especially if you're here in my area, but Kyle here is a must-have for any Green Lantern fan. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Mcfarlane DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.